Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 20 of Perhaps We Chat. Moss was drawing a picture of Homer Simpson. He loves to do that.
Yep.
Another fucking picture of Homer Simpson.
I
But
do
yeah,
enjoy drawing Homer
It's
Simpson.
Simpson if he were in an anime.
it's our first episode of 2021. We didn't do last week because we didn't do an episode last week because last week we were doing the Goats tournament.
We were a bit busy.
We're
too busy having a lot of fun.
we're just having butt tons of fun, with the boys. Yep. That's how it is. Okay. Well,
you forgot to put esports.
Well, Moss's setup looks a little different because you want to tell us why, Moss?
Yeah, we're doing callbacks for his school's production of Spring Awakening. So I've
Marc's
been
the big, stupid
banished
nerd.
from the basement.
Marc has auditions.
So I'm in my study.
Moral
Your
of the
study
story,
or like
don't
the
be a
family
stupid
house
nerd.
study?
I'm in the study.
Okay, you said your study. I'm like, I don't think it's.
Cary, are we really going into like
Semantics?
Your technically
Yes,
own the home,
because
so it's
you're
your
wrong.
parents' study,
Yeah.
It's not you. It's
Yes.
my house. I can say it's my
No.
study.
No, it is not.
Your dad's gonna come up like, you said it was your house.
My-
Do you also have a
Your
bunch of?
house?
Do you also have a bunch of other rooms in the house named after the areas in Clue? Okay,
I like
apparently
that
wasn't.
one, Nick. No, I was
That's a
thinking
good
the
joke,
Clue one
Nick. It'd
too.
be funnier if
I was
I've ever
thinking the
actually
Clue one,
played
too.
Clue.
I actually don't think I've ever met anybody who has.
I've never played Clue either.
Wait, you
No,
guys
no,
haven't played
Clue,
Clue?
like-
No. I was talking about who actually has a part of their house named the study. I didn't know Moss had an area of his house that was named the study.
Yeah, it's because
I
everybody
thought-
calls it an office if they're not a degenerate.
This is study.
Uh-huh.
Fuck you,
What's the
Preston.
difference? What's
Uh-huh.
for you? What's the difference between an office and a study?
There is no office. They're just different names. It's the same thing.
Okay.
I think an office is a more personal thing. Like it's somebody's specific office, and the study is sort of just kind of an office-like space, but just anybody can use it.
All right.
Do you call your living room the lounge room?
No, it's the fucking living room.
Oh, okay. Do you have like a nice window view of the stars? Do you call that the conservatory?
No, I go outside and
Oh,
look
okay.
up. I call that the sky, Preston.
Oh,
It's a shame. It's a
kind of
shame.
cold.
Preston, you've been to my house. Why do you gotta clue me up? Why do you gotta quiz me on everything?
No,
Because-
because I'm
because
making fun of the fact that you call it a study.
What's wrong with that?
It's an
Not-
office.
No, what's the difference?
Maybe it's regional. Okay, maybe in the Midwest they call it maybe they call it an office, and maybe it's
No, that's not a Midwest.
Call it a study,
No.
Cary?
not really. But
Okay. So it's moss.
I was trying. Listen, nothing wrong with calling it. Dude, he's not.
Hit the field goal, Preston.
I think I made it.
But yeah, even though we're in a new
Just
year,
a little segue.
even though we're in a new year, even though Moss is a different setup, our hatred of him still continues. But yeah, so
It's part of
Hey,
the
my setup's gonna look
content.
different next week because I'll actually be at school.
that's true. Moss
Nerd.
next week, Moss will not be on the podcast.
Moss is gonna be a nerd.
Why?
No. I just
No, you're at school. You can't be on it.
it's because
Why?
no, it's just because this week I was gonna try to have Mark on, but he's
He's busy being.
he's busy, and also
nerd.
like I want to try to get Nick on it. And Mark's gonna be in college next
he
week,
moving back
right?
now?
Yeah, he's moving
He's
back.
going
as well.
back a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
I am going back tomorrow.
Oh shit! Then I guess Moss will be on the podcast next week. Sad.
Maybe. We'll
Sad.
see.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe. That's true.
I
I
s-
mean, Nick, if
Whoa,
you're
whoa,
if you're
whoa,
free
whoa.
again next week for the podcast, I might be like, shit, dude, I got Nick on again. We don't
Nick
need
two in
Moss.
a row.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I probably will be able to. I leave for school in 2 weeks, even though I start school on Monday. Because our
You start
semester.
on Monday?
No, we start on. So they actually moved school, like when we would move in, back by 2 weeks. But we still start on the same day. We do online for 2 weeks because they want anybody who might have gotten coronavirus from the holidays to be able to recover and get rid of the virus.
I don't
Get
go
rid of
back.
the
That's just
virus.
an early. I
Ever.
don't even start till the 25th.
I've already
Wait,
started,
what's
and I
today?
want to
What's
die.
Today? Oh, never mind. Tuesday. So it's not that big of a difference. But
Dude, I've
Oh,
already
it's so much of a
started.
difference.
Everything fucking sucks over here. Anyways, we're talking about the Goats tournament that happened last weekend. It was very
Yeah.
It
fun.
was alright.
It was the big fun.
It was
It was the big fun.
Next.
GG, go next.
Dude,
Fortnite esports dominant.
Literally just like last time, I was like so nervous because again, I remember last time I was like, oh, I was so nervous, and Moss and Preston were like, nah, I was fine, dude. I was just chilling here. I was just waiting. I was waiting for Cary to count me down, and I'm like, my fucking heart rate's at 150 BPM. I'm like, all right, well, here we go, guys, quiet. I'm like freaking out.
Yeah. And we're just over here vibing, just having a good time.
You're just vibing.
Well, because I did kind of feel, I always did kind of feel bad because
I think I need to get more serious, or people are gonna say that I'm high. I'm not. I promise.
You know, Preston, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anybody was saying that.
I've had a lot of people say that when I'm like laughing and joking around.
I'm gonna start saying that now just to make you.
I could see that.
But I was.
Yeah, go on.
I was saying that I did kind of feel bad on your end, Cary, because it's all usually pretty low key for us, except kind of Moss was making some of the graphics. But it's usually pretty low key for us. You're in control of everything. You're in control of absolutely everything. So like, if something happened to the stream, or like we were late on an entrance or something like that, and like I think people were aware of that. They were like, oh, that's Cary. Like, obviously, you could tell who messed up.
Yeah, Cary, so anytime there was a single mistake, everybody was like, it's his fault.
God damn it, Cary.
Well,
I'll be honest, there were a couple of times when you were counting us down when I wanted to say something on the hot mic in the break. I had to resist that urge so hard. Dude.
I'm like, all right, Preston, quiet. Everyone can hear you, and you're about to like lean it into the mic. Get really close.
Yeah.
Dude,
I wanted to, but I was like, no. Cary will get mad. It's not worth it.
The funniest part of the tournament for me, so after the first day, because Preston and I did the first 3 games, we casted the first 3, then Marc and Nick did the second 2. I had to make the schedule and the break screen graphic for the last game of the day. And after I was on, I ate and I just passed out on the couch in the basement. Like, I was tired. And then Marc wakes me up. They'd just gone to break. And he's like, you need to make the graphic. And I was like...
Yeah, I realized. I'm like...
My heart rate went from like 60 to like 5 million.
We went to break. And I'm like, oh, wait, where's Moss?
You
I'm
would
like,
have died.
And I'm like, Marc, where's Moss? It's like, oh, he's sleeping. I'm like, fucking wake him up.
I cranked out that graphic in record time.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know. I had my laptop to the right of me. You know, like that desk I have to my right, Moss? I have my laptop here just to look at chat and also do the channel points predictions and like a few other shit because like my left monitor.
So he has a second computer managing stream. What a gamer.
Well, because my left monitor is just for you guys, right? It's just your face, so I can pull like the desktop capture, and then the main monitor is like the Overwatch and the OBS and like everything else. And so like I didn't have another monitor. So I'm like, well, I'll just use this on the side of me just in case I have other shit to do. Like the predictions. That was kind of fun, actually, just to see how people were doing. It was so satisfying when people voted for like Fortnite esports to win and they didn't. And I'm like 10 to 1 odds. You fucking lost. And I just see like millions of channel points just leave people's accounts.
I do really wish that we could have them gamble real money, but
I don't know about that.
I think it's for the best.
It's not illegal. I actually don't know the rules on gambling. Like
sports betting in New York is legal, isn't it?
Not for all ages though. Like
it has to be. Yeah, you gotta be over 18 or 21.
Wait, you can't do it on Twitch.
Yeah, you can't.
Obviously.
You can't verify the ages of people using them. Yeah. So
Yeah.
unlucky, sad. Legal rules stopping us from doing things.
Oppression of gaming.
Next time though, we'll find a way around.
We're not gonna stream on Twitch. We're gonna stream on a new streaming platform that allows
We're
for
gonna stream on Vimeo.
potentially illegal gambling.
We should stream on Barstool Gaming.
Barstool.
They're very pro betting, very pro gaming.
Yes.
That's my
Pro
type
gamers.
Yeah, they're pro gaming, very pro gaming.
But yeah, I mean, like the first matches. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but like the first matches were like, all right. It was stressful as fuck with those technical difficulties because I'm so having those issues right now, Moss. Fucking Mike, I'm just legitimately thinking just like once I'm done with like this next few weeks
Just
of like
build
this
a new one.
this new, I can start. That's why I texted Moss. I'm like, legitimate, you just build a list, see if it's better. I know that's not possible right now.
I saw it. Like, it's physically, it will not be possible for you to build
all
a
the
good
prices are really
computer
high right now
for another couple months at
Yeah.
least. Like,
But like, because legitimately, fucking like, I'm like, once I'm done with these next few videos for the next like 2 weeks, I'm just gonna delete. Like, I'm just gonna back up everything and then just hard reset my computer because fucking Premiere's having so many issues. My PCs, I'm fucking done with this shit.
dude, I
Uh oh.
Oh
I'm
no.
having so many issues with Premiere too. Why do you think every time I open up an Adobe software, I just literally the only thing I say is this software's terrible. This is a dog shit piece of software. I hate this.
fucking
It's
hate
horrible.
it.
Because they're so
Just,
bad.
just
they're
design
terrible.
better software, forehead.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
I'll
geez,
bet you fucking
Adobe.
Adobe.
Yeah, basically.
They probably have so much spaghetti code in it, and they're just like, fucking. It's like with
Spaghetti
PUBG.
code.
It's like they built it in such a messy framework. So then when they go back and try to fix things, it's such a mess. They're like, fucking, and then that's why it's so like buggy and unoptimized at the beginning.
It's kind of like when you put something in the cupboard, like you put a cup in the cupboard and you close the door and you hear something fall and you know that as soon as that door opens something will jump out at them like a cup is falling, and you're like, that's somebody else's problem, and you forget about it and you go back like half
And
a
you just
day
walk
later
up-
and you open it and it hits you and you're just like, God damn it, I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah,
That sounds like a really, really specific story, Preston.
But that's
And
it may or may it allegedly may have happened. Allegedly.
I'm just like that. It's a relatable story though.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's fact.
But no, I mean, honest, dude, that second day, I don't know if there were any memorable matches in the first day. Not really.
I mean,
'Cause they were all
I
rolls,
remember
basically.
Most of
People
them-
Pandas versus.
No,
Fortnite
Burger
Esports.
Flippers Elmo's Elbow on the first day was
That was
actually
pretty good.
That was a really good
Yeah,
one.
It was
that
the
was
reverse sweep
that
by
was a
Elmo's
good one.
Elbow. That was a pretty
Yeah.
close game.
Well,
That game was
as
hard.
much as a reverse sweep can be in a best of three.
Dude,
Okay,
people
but
pandas, that 4K
technically
on
it's-
Hollywood haunts me. If they just stayed on the point, they would have gotten like who knows who they had. Maybe they would have lost.
They get a 4K against Fortnite Esports. They win the
And
fight.
they don't get
Only
on point.
fight win of the match, and they can't cap.
And they
point
walk
on
off
it.
the point.
It's just like, oh god,
Oh,
god.
it's just so bad, dude. It's
There
like,
were so many just like we're gonna go with communication problems. They were individually good. There were just communication
yeah,
problems.
well, we're not here to shit on any of the teams. Like, it's all in
No.
good fun. We're okay. We're doing.
I just genuinely think it went really, really well.
We shit on you behind closed doors, so
Yeah.
just remember that.
All of you.
But I did
No,
enjoy
I mean, we can't shit
Dude.
on Fortnite Esports.
that
No,
that
it's good.
second day. Oh my
loved
god,
it. It was
that
such a
whole
great
W.
day.
Well, it was that's funny because Preston wasn't there in the second day to cast. So we have to do this
Yeah.
fucking rotation. But dude,
Yeah,
that
I had
match
to
of
work.
whole W versus Elmo's Elbow. Oh my god.
No, oh my god, yeah.
Oh my no, because the first match of the day, whole W versus Caked Up, right? Caked Up wins the first match. Like, and oh shit, we're down 0-1. They whole W picks Numbani. They full hold on Numbani. Then Caked Up picks Route 66. Whole W, they defend Route
They don't
66.
get any progress.
They literally got
0%
zero progress.
Imagine winning your first map and you don't win a single point. Not even like a single map. You don't win a single point for the rest of the series. And dude, I'm like, holy fuck, whole W. They just fucking rolled on Route 66. And then later in the day, it's 1-1. Whole W, Elmo's Elbow, 1-1, and they pick Route 66. I'm like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? There's no way they full hold again. They didn't. But
No,
it was,
and then the
God.
rest of that map ended up being nuts.
It's
like
amazing.
that map was nutty close. That
Bread
map
Boy
was
during
really
that
good.
series, he ate a quarter of Cypress's grass.
I do like what you showed us. Was it in general or Goat's tourney that he put in the Discord? Where it was the Zach Galifianakis meme, like what people think my head looks like when I'm eating grabs versus what it actually looks like.
Yeah,
And it was the Zach
yeah.
Galifianakis, like all the numbers when he's doing blackjack
yeah.
and Hangover, and then it's just kind of a cat just
Just a
fucking
dumb
derping
cat.
around.
Yeah, because Bread Boy was like,
Yeah.
bro, people think I'm a genius eating this grass. I just kind of just did my thing, and I guess
He just
Well,
kind
'cause
of
I
threw him
watched-
into my DMs.
Because Cypress, the Zarya for whole W, was streaming that day, and we went back and watched through some of the VODs from the different perspectives.
Maybe we
And he was
should
getting
bring
mad
this
because
up.
whenever his grab would get eaten, he would just complain that Bread Boy was like using it on cooldown. And that's basically what he was doing. He was just grabbing into it.
I mean, to be fair though, like there are times, and it might just be stream compression, but there are times even like me as Zarya where I just can't tell if D.Va's even using DM. It's such a tiny, you know, like the threads of the animation are so fucking thin.
No. And it's so nuts. It's so nuts sometimes. You can tell when a Zarya purposely knows that a D.Va just used DM. And then you try to pay attention to that when you are playing Zarya, and you're like, how do people fucking do this?
Yeah.
Like, I noticed that with Recurve. It went during King's Row in the winners finals. There was a moment they were in second, and Recurve literally used grab like a quarter of a second after freaking, I don't forget the D.Va from
Illuminous, Kung Fu Panda.
Illuminous, yes. At the moment after Illuminous stopped using DM, because there's like a second cooldown, he was like, the moment he stopped using DM, I was like, grab, instant. And
Well,
I saw it.
that's why he's
I didn't say
Grandmaster
anything
and you're
about
not, Nick. That's just how it is sometimes.
I will say one of the things that made me the happiest about this tournament, I mean, like there were a lot of memorable matches, but like arguably for best match of the tournament, you could argue that the grand finals was one of the best matches of the tournament. Because like last time it was just a roll. Like it was a quick 3-0 roll for Fortnite.
No, it was 3-1.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
It
Chad
was
won the
3-1.
map. But like at
Wasn't-
that point,
that
it
was-
was Fortnite esports were already up 2-0, and then they won a map, and it's like, eh. But this time, Kung Fu Panda won the first map. You know, you're like, oh shit, you know.
And
They-
like
they
even though
kept
the
it
scoreline-
really
They could have
close.
won the second map, dude. If they went up 2-0, I would have been like, dude,
Dude,
I'm just
even though-
raking in the content.
Yeah.
it's the situation where it's like even though the score was 3-1, it was a lot closer than 3-1. Like it could have gone the
every
distance,
announcer
but Kung Fu
ever
Panda 3 just
says.
couldn't close out, man. What
You know,
does-
the score doesn't really reflect the game that was
Exactly.
played.
I know. Oh my god, dude.
Oh no,
This
he's
is-
leaving the study.
Dude, we're just Preston.
Fuck
We're just
you!
we're just
Leave me alone!
This is literally like a fucking siege. This is literally like a metaphorical siege, right? We're sitting outside the castle in our trebuchets, just hurling comments at Moss's mental castle, and the walls are
It's cracking. It's cracking.
the walls are collapsing.
Yeah,
The siege can only go on for so long, Moss.
Uh-huh.
you don't have enough rations. You won't
He's
survive
trying-
the night.
Maybe.
You won't survive them.
But yeah, I mean that was such a crazy good match, and like
That was a pretty pog champ game.
oh, you can't say that anymore, Preston.
Oh,
You can say
That's true.
Paul
That's true.
Champ.
It's what the emote means, not the person behind it.
Did
you
you
know?
see
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Twitch tweeted out?
What?
No, I didn't.
Literally,
yeah, they're
so
like, we
after
want
they
to keep
banned-
the spirit of pog champ.
Oh no, I have seen
alive."
that.
And it's
I've
like,
seen
I'm
that.
sorry,
Yeah,
Twitch, but
but
no one
like,
uses
I
Pog
said
Champ.
that
It's always
afterwards, Twitch-
Pog you now.
Yeah.
Pog
Well, I
Champ
guess-
dead emote.
I guess my thing is like, you know, this sounds kind of weird saying it, but it's separating the art from the artist.
Oh yeah, 100%. I didn't even know who the
Like,
guy was, like the face
yeah,
behind it. Anyway, before
It's just like, why?
I think
Like,
they made him more popular now. Like,
yeah, exactly.
like-
More people know who he is now because you brought it up. Like, I just knew the face, you know, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, this guy here basically fucking link him, so anybody who doesn't agree with you can go follow him.
Link
Right.
him in the
Yeah,
chat.
it just,
Oh, dude,
I don't
fucking
like it.
one of the best parts was during the finals and of the last day, the grand final, and I think a team just capped Hollywood, right? And there's a pause, and so Moss he hits the pause button, and then there's the capping sound like the that sound, and
that was
then Preston was
terrible.
like, we gotta listen to this horrible sound while we stall time for you guys, and I'm like, I got it. While like the stream's on the caster screen, I go into Overwatch settings, sound, mute. I'm like, I got you guys. And I was like, I'm so fucking good at my job. It's
that
That was
was
so annoying.
honestly, I hindsight wish we had just unpaused, let him cap it, and
Yeah.
then just repause.
Same.
Just
Yeah.
been like, listen, you aren't gonna stop this. Let it happen,
Yeah.
please.
you
Dude,
thankfully what were you gonna say?
I remember when it was I think it was during the grand finals. Stratocaster was a sub for Kung Fu Panda 3. and he wasn't playing, but he left the game, and I immediately paused.
I even told you. I saw that. I'm like, don't pause. It's just a spectator.
No, because I did it immediately, and then you said it, and I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
I mean, it's hard to tell.
I saw that, and I was like, hopefully he knows. Hopefully, you know, because I knew Stratocaster was a sub, and then you just pause, and it's like, fuck.
After a bunch of players DC throughout the tournament, and you see
Yeah.
blank
But
left the game,
the game
you
automatically
think, okay,
pauses.
Let me pause it.
But the game
No, it
automatically.
doesn't. It didn't automatically pause.
Yeah, it does.
Does
It
it?
didn't always do that. You have it set to that, but
No.
I actually think something might
By
change.
default, it's
I
turned
don't
off.
think that's how
No,
it
no, no.
works,
By
because
default, it's
people left
turned
the game
off.
and
But
I
I
didn't.
set it on every single custom game I load up. It's set to automatically. Like there are multiple times when someone DCs, the game will pause before the message shows up. Like it knows when someone DCs. Like it'll pause, and then 2 seconds later, it'll say this guy DC. Like it knows before.
Yeah. Don't fucking question him, Moss. He's right.
No, it's fine. Oh, okay. What are you doing, boss?
Okay,
He's
shit.
In
checking
comes
out.
another projectile hurled at the castle.
I'm too good at kicking field goals, I guess.
Yeah, but no, it was fun. Double elimination was definitely the move. It didn't even feel like more games. I mean, it was more games, but it didn't feel that bad,
Wait,
to be honest.
I actually completely forgot to ask you, Cary. Did you make it so if Kung Fu Panda 3 did win the first series? Come on!
We're
You
not gonna
can't-
have. Okay,
Oh
no.
my
I
God.
want to explain this illogical.
What do you mean illogical? This is literally the thing that every tournament does that does double elimination.
Okay,
I
so
don't know what
basically,
Nick's talking about.
no. And so I'm gonna explain this, and Preston and Austin know what I'm talking about. Or at least like they will halfway through my explanation. Basically, in a double elimination bracket.
He was talking about what Smash does that no other serious sport actually does in double elimination brackets.
If you're in a double elimination bracket, if you make your way to the grand finals through the winners bracket, at any point, if you lose, you go down to the losers bracket, right? So you always have that one extra life. If you're in the losers bracket and you make it to the grand finals, right? At any point, if you lose, you're out forever. So the two teams are in the grand finals. One came for the winners bracket, one came for the losers bracket, okay? These two teams fight. Let's say the winners bracket team wins, and we got a champion. But if the winners bracket team loses, technically that guy still has another life, right? Because he came from the winners bracket, so they play the grand finals again.
Oh.
And
Yes! Bracket reset.
that
That's
only makes
literally
sense in Smash.
something that's
That
No!
Nick, when the San Francisco Shock made a run through the winners bracket in not last season, the season before
you mean
for the grand
losers?
finals, and they lost in the winner. I don't know if this match.
they made a run in the losers bracket.
But okay, whatever. Still, what have you seen Overwatch ever do a reset?
No, and I think it's
Overwatch,
Shut the fuck
Overwatch
up.
doesn't.
I
No,
said
Smash
that.
is the only one that does a reset.
that's not
I
true.
think it's just because
What else
the
does
matches.
what other non-fighting game does a reset like that?
I can literally name sports.
Right now,
that
Then
name
have
them.
done
Name them.
Like
Um,
golf.
that. The Little League World Series does that.
Oh shit, dog!
Oh,
My bad.
the Little League.
The Little
Does
League
the World Series?
for our community?
There's no losers bracket in the World Series. You play best
That's
of
fair.
7.
That's fair.
Listen, the benefit of going through the winners
League
bracket,
World
Nick,
Series.
is you having to play less matches. That's the benefit of going through the.
You mean going through the winners bracket? You have
Yes, being able to play one less
less
match and always
match.
having an extra life. That's your benefit.
One less opportunity to suck.
Okay, I don't understand. This makes no sense. Like I get where you're coming from, but at the same time, it makes no sense. Why? It also just kills any momentum. Like this is the grand finals, let's go, and the team loses. Oh, we're gonna do it again, I guess. Like,
What do you? That would be awesome, especially if the
No,
first series was
Nick,
good.
for a game like Smash, where the matches are like maybe 2 or 3 minutes at most, it's whatever. But one map in Overwatch, depending how long it is or like what map, can take 10 to 15 minutes apiece.
Nick,
No one wants to sit around and watch like a best of 5 series that goes 5 maps
I
and
have
then
something
see
to
it
say.
reset
I have something to say.
and do all this
Teacher,
shit again.
Teacher,
I have something to
teacher.
I have something to say. I would want to watch that. That'd be good Overwatch.
Nice, Nick. You're
I
one
just-
of many
I just feel
millions of
feel
Overwatch
like the
fans.
vibe between Smash and Overwatch is very different because
I'm not
like
just saying this. Is
No,
Smash.
but I'm-
saying just in
no,
general fairness, the winners' side
I'm just
should have
so
the
here
same
let me
advantages
explain.
all
Nick,
teams
Nick,
do.
Nick, let me explain here, right? Because Smash, it's very one-on-one, right? So I feel like in one-on-one stuff, it's very different than a team sport. Because when a team succeeds, it requires a whole coming
Dude,
together.
it's like if you get to the fucking Super Bowl and like the team from one division wins and they're like, oh shit, gotta play it again. It's not how it works.
Well, that's
There's
single
no
elimination
double
playoff.
elimination.
It's an example.
Maybe we should change topics because
Yeah.
we're not gonna prove Nick wrong with what we're saying, but we also are never
Nick's not
gonna
gonna
agree
prove
that he's
himself
right.
with what we're saying.
I don't understand why you guys don't at least see and like
I
acknowledge.
see
Like,
where you're
okay,
coming from because it makes sense at least from a rule standpoint. But
Yeah.
like, but
But it
makes no
doesn't make sense from a viewing standpoint.
Yeah.
For me, it just doesn't make sense.
It just like
At least for Overwatch, it makes no
gets
sense.
it gets rid of a lot of tension because like if you made your
Yeah,
way
it just
through
it
the
seems like a
winners
best of
bracket
3
and you're at the
series.
grand finals.
what do you mean it gets rid of tension? A bracket reset is the most hype thing that I've ever seen. And
No,
it
yes,
gets
in Super Smash Brothers.
Jesus
if there were
Christ.
bracket resets in Overwatch, it wouldn't.
no. So
be
I
as
guess
much fun.
I guess my thing is like you make your way through the winners bracket, it's like all the chips are on the table for both teams. You know, if somebody goes all in and the other person's only betting half their stack, that's not as tense as both people going all in. You know what I mean? The hand where they both go all in is going to be way more fire than one going all in and one putting half their stack in.
you're not gonna throw as the winner side team because
But
we
they have
another
an extra
life.
life. It takes so much
but
tension
there's less
away.
tension.
Yeah, because
Because
oh, this guy's
if they go up 2-0, right? Kung Fu Pandas goes up 2-0, then it's like, well,
That's fine.
Fortnite it doesn't matter because Fortnite Esports gets a bracket reset.
They get another bracket reset.
right?
I don't care.
Oh,
Rather than
you
they
shouldn't
have to
think
win
about it
here.
like that.
But I do.
No, you shouldn't think about it like that.
Okay,
you think
Nick,
Fantasy
saying-
3,
saying-
oh my
telling
God,
me how I
they
shouldn't
reset the bracket,
think,
that's
Nick.
fucking hype.
You shouldn't
Quit
think
telling
that
me
way.
how I
How
shouldn't
dare you
think.
think that way about bracket formats? You shouldn't think like that.
How dare you think your own thoughts? Welcome to the hive mind of Nick. Smash is the best game and bracket resets are the best format.
Dude.
Accept it or die.
Esports.
You
This is our
cannot
new
If you
society.
think your puny Overwatch schedule can compare to the way the Little League,
The
puts
128
I'm
bracket
sorry,
Smash
you're
tournaments,
greatly
dude. Those
mistaken.
fucking 512 individual brackets in Smash, dude. It's nothing like it.
Moss sallied out of the castle and now we're assaulting Nick's fortress.
We gotta keep
Well,
this
no, you
metaphor
guys were
going.
like beating the shit out of my castle, and then Nick started like playing some dumb music or something from the speakers.
We're like, hey, yo, fuck that. Moss came storming out of the castle. We just all turned our shit around. We're like, ah.
I just don't get it, Nick. This is why. This is why we're not. This is. Yeah.
I'm just not
Cary
gonna
and
say
Nick will
anything
never
about
see
that.
eye to eye on this because they are very different heights.
Yeah. Fucking laugh, guys. Jesus Christ. Okay, well.
I mean, you laughed.
I was more mad at myself
So-
for laughing.
I
That's
thought
it.
that was fun.
But you didn't laugh.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, sure.
He had a hearty chuckle on the inside.
Yeah, that was a hearty chuckle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, Nick. Fortnite Esports, they won. Sadly, they're the dominant team. Bob still had no mic, and Bob didn't do as much this tournament, honestly.
No.
Just because I think the
By the
main
way, I
tank.
didn't-
I think
I
the
think
level
there
of
was better
competition for the other
competition.
Reinhardts
Yeah,
was
there
so much
was.
higher.
Who
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch the end of the stream. Who won MVP?
Because we weren't.
Recurve.
Recurve.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Because
That's
he
what I
didn't.
wanted
I
to
mean,
say.
because Bob
He's a
got
beast.
Bob. Yeah, Bob just he wasn't able to do as much just because the tanks were better.
Otherwise, it was who was Kung Fu Panda's tank?
Turtle
it's-
Pants.
Yeah,
Or
Turtle
Mac Taco
Pants.
was Asara. Yeah, they're both quite good.
Otherwise, I was gonna go with Turtle Pants because Turtle Pants just kind of gave Bob the business.
He did. It was,
But
dude.
everybody
fucking-
else was able
Oh,
to.
dude, Recurve built a
recurve.
grab in 32 seconds on King's Row point A attack. Like, holy fuck! Like building a Reinhardt shatter that fast is impressive. How do you how do you get that high of an energy already and then like
So when
You're built
when
different.
bubbles take damage,
shut up. You do
your
it.
energy goes
It's like
up.
Go
the
fucking
video,
do it.
And then
you
you
know
deal
the
more damage.
Thanks,
You know
Preston.
the
I'm a
video-
better
No,
Zarya player.
I'm telling you how to do it.
Not
you're
how
like,
to
how
do
do you
it.
do that? That's how you do it.
Yeah,
You guys ever seen the video of the basketball player from Oregon? And he's in the post-game interview, and the dude's like, "So how did you guys get out rebounded?" And he's like, "Well, the way you get a rebound is you jump, and you grab the ball out of the air, and you pull it down, and that's a rebound." That's essentially what
they did that more.
They did that more.
and they did that more.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Tim Duncan, the NBA Finals, the bench. Like, come on, guys, score more points, and we win this game. We score more points. We score more points.
Tim Duncan was busy just yamming on people.
Fucking
Tim Duncan
shimmying in
was
the paint.
Tim Duncan was so underrated.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like, he's
I remember.
easily one of the best fours to ever play the game, and just nobody talks about him.
I remember when he used to play. Jesus Christ, I was fucking young. Meanwhile, other people say that I'm like I'm old. Back when I was.
Yeah. Back in my day, Tim Duncan played basketball and didn't have whack ass dreads.
Wait, is his hair changed?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'll look that up after. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that. But yeah, we don't know when our next
At
tournament
least
will
it
be.
changed for a little bit there.
We
Yeah,
don't
we
know
have
when.
no clue.
Maybe tomorrow, guys. Maybe.
Probably
But,
not.
The triple elimination bracket, guys.
Yeah. I said round robin into double elimination bracket.
Just the fucking.
We do a week-long group stage
Yeah.
tournament.
The fucking
and then we
league is just a
do-
league at this point.
Exactly.
Basically. That's the NFL Goats League, dude.
Hell yeah, brother.
Overwatch League doesn't start till April. We gotta fill the gap somehow.
So also, speaking of that, are we ever going to do a non-goats tournament if we ever did another tournament? Or
I don't
only
know.
If I try to
Can't
talk
let
at the
that
same
cat
time.
out of the bag.
I mean, like,
Huh?
I don't know. Maybe the only issue is that, like, that's a bit more complicated.
We have to do
What do you
it
mean
when
that's more
Overwatch
complicated?
meta doesn't suck.
It's just so easy to do goats because you can force it, and it's entertaining to watch, and it's easier to cast because it's just the same 6 heroes.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, it's not easy to cast, but
Well, it's not hard. It doesn't require energy. That's the issue.
it'd just be like basically if we played at least the way I see it, if we played like a normal tournament with no meta and just like a community tournament, teams with like some higher level players, you know, would just play kind of like the meta shit.
Or we just
because
restrict it. Like, we just restrict it to, like diamonds
Bastion.
and plats. Or just diamonds and plats. There's no, like, you know, because then it feels kind of unfun if it's a GM hit scan on one team. It's like, okay, well, you know.
Just
Get good, get good, get good, just get good.
Just click on his head,
Well,
guys, and
well,
you'll win the
The
game.
other thing is,
that.
well, the other thing is, we could theoretically do a tournament that people entered rather than we had the people pick, and then we could still do it like a normal tournament. But you because when it comes to this, we had the teams like made beforehand. We have a set amount of teams with a set amount of people, and we know who those people are. What if? Because remember when we played the tournament against Logic,
You
we
mean
just
pre-made
read-
teams? Oh, that's what you mean. Pre-made teams.
Yes.
Well, the
But
issue with that
we
is,
just-
I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
like,
And then so like we just run the bracket and then just have the matches go as scheduled, and then start the tournament and the casting with production at top 16 or something.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
I was about to say the issue is the fact that you know, like if there was somebody casting the game where we played Logix, or hell, the game we played before that, because our first game we held at the front door
Yeah.
of Junkertown.
yeah, we rolled.
Like for 5 minutes. And then Logix, they did the exact same thing to us. So
Well, that's the thing. It's
But
a
Preston
tournament.
blocked the GM shatter.
I blocked the GM chat.
No, but that's the thing with the tournament that people can enter as freely as they want. Better teams are gonna
Yeah,
win.
that's fair. I mean, the only issue
It's
is
just-
that,
So
I don't
that's
know,
why
I think-
that's why towards the end it'd get even more entertaining because you'd see the better teams.
I just think it's more fun to do a smaller tournament where we can just like broadcast
Where
the
we
whole
control
thing.
everything.
Like
Yeah.
trying to instead of having to have like
I
32
don't like
teams
having
of just
other
random
people
people.
I
We
kinda-
just do the draft, and I think I mean 8 teams with double elimination. Like I'd say maybe add 2.
that's the no. I wouldn't go because also because 8 teams is a nice like even 8. You know, like 10 is
Yeah.
like because then you have like buys and then it's just
Well,
like
Also, theoretically, if we did a
Oh,
big
no.
tournament before that, if you did a big tournament before that and it was still
We
double
have to
elimination,
do
at that
a
point-
reset
No.
for
Oh,
whoever
no,
wins.
I was not going to say that. No, if we started casting at top 8, 4 of those teams would be winners and 4 of those teams would already be in losers. That's the thing I was going to say.
Losers.
I don't cast losers. I only cast winners.
It's like I don't cast. It's like Preston. No, these are still like really good teams in losers bracket. Nah, it's losers in the.
Nah, dog.
Literally
It's got
says losers in the name,
Could
bro.
you imagine fucking like dude, the NBA switched to a double elimination playoff. Some teams think they're out because there's a losers. Like, bro, they just get boomed.
Bro, we're losers. We're losers.
Or in the fucking losers bracket, bro.
We're in
Then-
the losers bracket, boys.
Then the Lakers lose in their series, and then there's a bracket reset.
That's like-
so they start the series all over
They play a
again.
best of 7 series, and then LeBron's like, "Shit, dog, gotta do this all again."
Shit, dog, run it back.
Run it
Bro,
back.
imagine just the sheer spike of like postseason points that would happen if there was a losers bracket in the playoffs.
That would be
Hey,
ridiculous.
don't do double Elim.
What do you mean points? Like what? Like scoring points?
Like just like playoff points that people score because
Oh,
they track. They
Oh
track
right,
how many
like
points
total
they score
number
in the
of playoffs, like total
Yeah.
number of touchdowns in the postseason.
Well, I was going basketball.
Yeah, the amount
Oh,
of
yeah, I get
touchdowns
that.
scored
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the basketball court
Okay.
would definitely spike.
Like
in the
3-pointer,
postseason.
like the amount of 3-pointers made in a single postseason. Like that would,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
that
would-
makes sense.
It would
I mean,
be
unless
kind of
everyone
like,
just
well,
sucks
it would
serious
kind of
ass,
be
you
like
can't
what
make any
what the
three-pointers.
problem that basketball is having now is that like people are inflating the stats so much because like that they're just better.
That's the one thing I've always wondered is that because like obviously with NBA, there's
Harder
no.
for the Nets though. Like what is that?
Oh my
That's whack.
that's
Because
What?
Kyrie Irving
That's a-
just gonna
that's a
disappear
bro
off the face of
moment.
the earth.
That's a bro moment right there, boys.
because Kyrie and Kevin Durant, like James, he has to
Think about
always
it,
touch
think-
the ball. He always touches the ball, right? That's what Houston did well when there was no other
He
superstar.
just
It was
fucking
just
gave them all.
James, right? And
Double the
and you
offense,
just, you
half
pass
the
it, you pass it
defense.
to him, catch, shoot, catch, shoot.
It's
catch,
like that
shoot.
fucking game of
right?
zones, like, but James, twice double the offense, half the
Yeah.
defense. It's like, wait a second, this could work.
Well, and then it's like, okay, well, Kyrie needs his touches. Kevin Durant needs his touches. James needs his touches. Whose touches are you cutting here? Right? Like
Everybody else.
first off, Kyrie and KD have to play fucking basketball in a meaningful way. Right? That's the first step. Kyrie came back a little bit last year, but you know. And then you're throwing James into the mix, and they're all gonna start fret. Oh man.
That's one thing I've always like been curious about because obviously in the NBA playoffs you wouldn't do
No,
double
no, no,
elimination. There's no need to do double elimination because you have like a best of 7 series.
Yeah.
But in the NFL playoffs, it's only one match. So like, and obviously that's different because like NFL games are like more intensive, and so that's why you only do like once a week or whatever. Like just they take more energy.
It would also make the playoffs take
much longer.
Forever.
That's fair, yeah.
Like it's
True.
in
Can you
3 weeks.
imagine
They
playing
start in
2 football
January,
games
and
in
then
a
you got the
week?
Super Bowl.
That's fair.
Like you're just
But part of me does enjoy that though. Part of me does enjoy the single elimination like one time because then
Oh, yeah.
at the end of this match, a team's gonna
when
fucking lose,
everybody's
and I love
all
that.
in, the hand is more entertaining.
I love that. Seeing a team lose.
Cary, literally, anytime I'm watching a football game, most of the time it's
I
when I'm
do
watching
love
the
seeing
Bills
the
on my
dejection
computer.
in their eyes.
Cary joins a Discord call. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch because I want to watch a team lose."
It's fun.
Cary doesn't like watching it for the football. He just wants to see the pain on
No,
these
I
players'
like
faces.
stakes. No,
as
no,
they lose.
because for me, right, I'm not a big football fan. I don't really follow a lot of the teams or the players, but in the playoffs, there's stakes, and I like that. It's entertaining. That's just like naturally in any sport. Like when the playoffs, when there's stakes, when a team loses, they're out of the playoffs. It's fun. I want to see a team fucking lose because because then it's just
Really pain, he
no.
feeds.
I do.
Cary's the kind of guy who would take more joy in seeing a random team lose than his favorite team win.
Well, I don't have a favorite team, but yeah, I just like team. Listen,
It's
listen,
hypothetical.
anytime nowadays, because the NFL
Don't worry.
playoffs are on, if there's a playoff game in the fourth quarter, the score is tied, I'm watching that game, bro. I want to do that. Teams are gonna lose. It's gonna be great.
And it won't be the Chiefs because the Chiefs are gonna be the new Patriots. Except
For the next 20 years, Preston,
except-
Patrick
except
Mahomes is
they're-
gonna play
except they're all
50 year
young.
50-year career. He's gonna.
Like at least Tom Brady was kind of old. Patrick Mahomes is like, yeah, Kansas City has a couple of Super Bowl rings. Let's beat the Pats. I think that's got to be the goal.
Well,
Patty
Well, he
Mahomes
did
has
sign a
8
10-year, $500 million contract.
That
So
really isn't that much money when you consider how good he is.
guaranteed, he's guaranteed to get like $432 million of that, though.
Aren't we all?
No, we're
No,
not.
I would not say that.
I cannot say that we're all guaranteed to get $432 million.
It's got to be pretty close though. With these stimulus
With-
checks rolling in,
500
We're-
quadrillion
we're up-
stimulus package. Yo.
we're up to 1,800 right now. I mean, right somewhere near there.
Well, I think that's enough actual real sports on this podcast for like a
Yeah.
couple weeks actually. I think meat
check.
sports.
Until the Super Bowl.
Your ball
Until
and
the Super
stick,
Bowl,
yeah,
yeah.
until the
We can
real
do a
big
Super
game.
Which is actually not that
We'll do
long.
it. No, Moss.
That's the definition of the big
No,
game.
Moss. You know when people do like other esports events or like Overwatch, like watch parties or companions. We'll do a companion stream for the Super Bowl.
Hell yeah.
I'm fucking down. I'm down to do a
We'll
Super
get
Bowl
McDonald's
companion.
and go into Cary's
The
basement.
fucking. The fucking like 20 people, the fucking 20 followers that we have on our Twitch channel that actually also watch NFL are gonna come and join us.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bills Packers, baby.
Well, we've been recording for 40 minutes already, talking about going on
Why is it
Talking
so
about
funny?
Overwatch this week in football.
one topic.
It's the Bills or the
Bills,
Chiefs.
Packers.
Well, the Packers are gonna come out of the
Okay,
NFC.
okay. No.
Pretty much it's Packers, but it's
Probably.
Packers.
Bills or Chiefs. It's Bills or
gonna be-
Chiefs. I don't.
Preston, out of the
Bills,
teams remaining-
Packers.
Okay, Preston, tell me that it's gonna be Cleveland coming out of the AFC.
Bills,
Is Cleveland?
Packers.
Is Cleveland gonna beat the Chiefs?
Get the
Is
hell
Baltimore
out of
gonna
here,
beat?
dude.
Cary, want to talk about the Star Wars
Get the
news?
hell out of here. Star Wars is with
Sorry, Preston, just
Ubisoft
because
now.
Iowa State's not going to the fucking Super Bowl this year doesn't mean you gotta get so mad about
I-
it.
dude,
Iowa State's
listen,
ranked top 8
Hey,
right
Preston,
now.
Preston.
Just
If
to
Iowa
come
State was good at football,
Wait,
why aren't they in the Super Bowl, huh? Why aren't they in the Super Bowl? If they're so
exactly.
good.
Listen, the Bills aren't going to make the Super. Honestly, no. You know what I want? I want the Bills to make it to the Super Bowl and then miss a field goal to win and have the Packers win. That is what I want. That way I can
Preston,
maximize.
that is the ultimate, Preston.
They don't
That is
have a chance.
that is like the werewolf of all trebuchets. You know, the werewolf of all trebuchets just launching its final projectile at the castle.
No,
and
it's
just
as if
flattening it, just
it's as
booming
if
the
everybody
mental.
else. It's just,
Preston just
during the-
takes pain in shitting on my football team for some reason because they're
I
good
know.
all of a sudden.
No,
I
that's
enjoy it.
that's the equivalent of if everybody else is using
I've
trebuchets,
always
and then one
enjoyed
team,
shitting on Bills
and then just one team decides to bring out a nuke, just like here
What,
you go.
bro?
Yeah, they just flatten
I've
it.
always enjoyed shitting on Bills fans. It's always fun
Why?
because
Bills
they're such
Mafia?
because they're such diehard fans that
They're
they
so
like-
naive. They're so naive.
They are.
It's
They're
like
not.
it's
Oh,
like
no,
Fusion
I'm
fans
not-
like
I'm not
rooting
defi-
for the Fusion. Like
Okay,
you've
that's
got
funny.
second place in every final. You guys suck so bad.
Dude, I want my team to go to the Super Bowl, but I'm not the kind of fan who's like, oh, we're easy walk to the Super Bowl. Our team's the
I want-
best. It's like,
Like
no.
I said, I want them to go to the Super Bowl too, and then
No,
because
no,
I feel
no,
like
and not
I feel
lose,
like a
and not
close
lose on a
loss
game
would
winning
be
field.
even more gut wrenching, right? Because if they get blown out, like you kind of check out. But if it's close and then they just miss a kick, aw shucks, shit happens, biggest stage, and they still haven't won a Super Bowl. At least the Bears have won a couple Super Bowls. I mean.
When's the last time?
Well,
Dude,
guys,
sorry that I
Star
wasn't
Wars,
alive during
the
dark
Star Wars
years
license
when
for
the last
EA.
time the Bears won the Super Bowl.
You
Woohoo!
were-
Non-EA Star Wars games. Let's fucking go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's about time.
It's about
Then again,
time.
Respawn did a really good job.
Yeah,
Because
the bar
they
was low,
basically-
but
Well, yeah, but at the same time, like Respawn makes good games, right?
Respawn did
that is-
Fallen Order, right?
They did Titanfall.
Yep, they did Fallen Order, but like at the end of the day, EA tells Respawn what to do. Respawn gives them the finger and then makes them enough money that EA has to shut the fuck up.
I don't know
It
how
was like
EA.
the first
Fallen Order.
good-
I heard Fallen Order was really good.
Fallen Order was a really fun game. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a bit shallow, but at the same time, like it was a small production. You expected it to be shallow, and
So-
it was fun for the gameplay that was there.
So the only game that was announced was Massive Entertainment, or like Ubisoft's open world Star Wars game, right?
That does seem cool. That does seem mad cool.
That seems really cool. Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a shitty Star Wars.
It's just gonna be like Assassin's Creed and Star Wars, like just fucking perching on top of buildings and then.
Dude, can you just make Cyberpunk, but it's Star Wars?
So
Coruscant,
you're looking for a GTA RPG in Star Wars.
Dude, imagine going through the city of Coruscant in like GTA.
Just a whipping.
Done well though. Done well.
After you tried to kill Anakin's
Yeah.
not wife,
Yeah.
not girlfriend, definitely not a love interest
Listen,
at all.
it's just
With
cool seeing a
slugs.
seeing a company that's not EA do a Star Wars game. So that's
Considering, I think the worst companies when it comes to business practices, well, actually, Nintendo is climbing with that list really, really fast. But are Ubisoft, in my opinion, Ubisoft.
But
EA,
at least their games are good. Like EA, like they're like
Rockstar.
EA's got
but,
bad
like,
business
Patrick
practices and
Star
bad
Wars
games. Like like.
Dude,
No, exactly.
EA's literally been
No.
voted like worst company in America. Like,
Yeah.
multiple years out of the
fairness,
past few
in
years.
all fairness, they did redeem themselves because they No Man's Skied Star Wars Battlefront 2.
It's free
I
on the
haven't
Epic Game Store soon.
Oh shit! I gotta get that.
I don't know
Yeah,
if it's now.
they definitely
but
No Man's Skied that one. Where it
But
launched.
that's it. That don't.
Oh,
Let's
like that.
Let's not give him too
that's
much
the
praise.
That's the only good thing EA's done with the Star Wars license.
That does not patch the bad things that they've done.
No, I'm just saying, like, at least in the recent, they realized, okay, we may have pushed some stuff a little bit too
I may have
far.
gone too far in a few places. George Lucas, like I might have.
No, it's like the Grinch. Oh, almost lost
The
my
loading
cool.
screen for Battlefront 2 is just fucking
Just lost my
microtransaction.
cool.
It's not like the logo anymore. It's just a microtransaction.
Hey, if you want to shoot bullets out of your gun, give us $5 more.
Yeah.
Also, fucking dude, literally, fucking Bethesda's doing an Indiana Jones game. Like, when are they fucking?
What?
Yeah,
Listen,
they announced it.
Bethesda's publishing it.
video
I don't
games
think they're the ones making it.
Oh,
Lego
okay.
Indiana Jones came
Who
out.
is the? Hang on.
No,
forget-
yeah. Wait, what would you say,
No
Preston?
game can top Lego Indiana
Let's fucking
Jones.
go. That's what I thought I heard. That's what I thought I heard, dude. It's a shame. It's a shame
That's facts.
that the best Harry Potter game out there is Lego Harry Potter. But at the same time, it's a good fucking game.
There's
Lego-
actually a really, really good Harry Potter game. I forget the name of it. There was actually a really good normal Harry Potter game for the
I think
PS2 that I used to play all the
I
time.
play one for the Wii, but
Lego,
Yeah,
if Lego
the-
games got rid of talking, they'd
oh my
still-
god,
they'd
oh
be
my
so-
god,
no,
they will be on
that is
top
the
of the
reason-
gaming industry. They will be
That
on
is the
top.
reason that the original Lego Star Wars games are so fucking good. Those people do not speak a word, and it works so well. And it works
Yeah.
so well.
I think the new Lego game, right? Like you have the option to turn off the so just like grunting and like just non talking, right? I don't know actually with the new Lego game. If there's talking, then I'm like, I legitimately don't know if I.
Because, like,
No.
It's when they have to constrain everything to just facial expressions. It's kind of like
Yes.
this is gonna be a bit of a stretch, but it's kind of like in the Batman animated shows where you couldn't kill, so you have to work around that, and you have to make a better product. You know, you can't kill, so you have
Yeah.
to make something more messed up. They can't talk, so you have to make something that like conveys the emotion better than.
In
words.
conclusion, Lego games old Lego games before 2012 equals good.
S tier.
Yes. Oh
Equals
my god,
good.
I love the original.
They did not miss. There's
Lego Star
like a
Wars was
6-year
so much.
period where they did not miss.
They did not. They just don't miss.
Yeah, they did not miss.
Miss.
And then they had the crooked sight on for since 2015. They just been all misses with the with the dialogue.
Yeah, hopefully they can kind of Tiger Woods their way back into good games. But we'll have to.
Ooh.
They kind of had a bit too much fun with a prostitute, and their games just took a nosedive after that.
Speaking of Tiger Woods, really quick, I want to watch that documentary so bad. I want to watch the Tiger Woods documentary actually so bad.
Okay, then do it.
Yeah,
I heard it's pretty cool. Okay.
documentary. I'll be honest.
No, it just came out. I think it's on HBO, and I heard like it goes through him during that time period and like his point of view of it, and so I actually really am
It's like the Last Dance, but for Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
I
And I took that personally.
And I took
No,
that
dude.
personally.
I took that. Dude, the Last Dance memes were good though. They were
They're
Oh,
very
yeah.
good. There's like one parody video where it's just like they're pairing all the interviews, and there's a guy pretending to be Michael Jordan. He's like Jerry Crouch. It's like we didn't do practice on Tuesdays. Jerry Crouch was born Tuesdays. We said fuck him. We didn't do practice on Tuesdays because Jerry Crouch was born on a Tuesday. And like, you know what? I'm not surprised if that was actually a thing.
Yeah, he's toking his big cigar. He's drinking the good stuff.
He's like fucking doing the It's so good.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to see what. But I mean, well, I don't think. I mean, Moss said Bethesda might not. They're just publishing it.
It's
but...
Machine Works, the company that made the new Wolfenstein games. They're making it.
Making what?
The indie game.
Oh, okay.
It would be cool though to see. I don't know what it'll be about or like. Yeah, it could be good. It'll be a couple years out, but whatever. Whatever. Okay, we'll do one more thing before we go to fan questions.
So is fucking Elder Scrolls 6. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's not coming out till like 20.
Until we have kids. No, until we have kids. It's gonna be...
Oh my god, I want that game so bad. And
I know.
Dude, we're gonna be out of college.
So long. Oh my god.
Legitimately have like 5-year-old kids by the time.
This game is this
You know,
game.
think about it this way: we could all actually be dead before that game comes out.
Listen, dude, this game is so anticipated that there are people. This game is so anticipated that there are people who don't even who haven't even played Skyrim, who don't like playing Skyrim, that are excited for this game.
Have you guys ever played a
feeling
real
it's gonna
RPG
flop.
though?
Shut the fuck up.
Have you played Skyrim, Moss?
Shut the
No,
fuck
I've played a real RPG.
Moss got
Are you-
bored.
if you-
first
if
few
you-
That's how I know
seconds
this game
of
is good. Is that Moss, who doesn't like playing Skyrim, is excited for Elder Scrolls? Like, he's just excited for the idea of it existing.
I've already played the peak of
What's-
RPGs.
Oh, he's gonna say bug snacks.
He's
That's
gonna
bull-
say
Fuck you. We're done. We're gonna do one more quick topic, then we're gonna do fan questions. Jesus Christ. So Cyberpunk. I don't know if you guys saw the
I did
founder
see
of
the
CD
dev
Projekt
update
Red.
video.
He update. It's like he uploaded like a video of him explaining what's been going on. I don't. Anyone else besides Moss see it?
I didn't.
I
didn't
did
watch
not
the
watch
so-
video, but I've heard.
So
what's
there
been
were
going
two
on.
that I mean, most of it was just kind of talking about the game, but there are two things that he addressed, and like, okay, this is just him speaking, not me, and this is his words. So he addressed one. People were like, okay, so when you shipped out the review copies, why did you only give out PC review copies earlier? And so his response to that was that, well, we developed the PC version first, and we were happy with how that was, so we shipped out those review copies first, but we were literally working on the console versions until the very last second. So that's why the review copies for the console versions came out later. And I'm like, okay, I sure, that's what he said. And then the second point he addressed was like, oh fuck, I forgot. I watched the video like a day and a half ago.
What was it about? Was it about? Like,
It might have been. Oh no, it was about the bad performance on last gen consoles.
Yeah.
And so basically, he was talking about like, obviously Cyberpunk is a very dense game, not in terms of graphics, but like everything, the mechanics, the story, everything.
Yeah.
And so he said that like basically, and we kept that in mind for our last gen consoles, and basically, every little change that we made in the game had to be tested on the last gen consoles, and basically it boiled down to, he said, in our testing, the issues that you guys experienced on last gen consoles did not show up for us. That's literally what he said.
That's bullshit.
See, but my thing is like, if that's really true, then who play tested the fucking game? Like, maybe they played it. Like, if they played it in the earlier stages, because you don't start in Night City, right, Preston?
It depends what character you.
Yeah, it depends what path you take.
Because at least all like the
Most
breakdowns and stuff
most
I
times
saw.
you start in Night City, but they probably went with the Nomad opening, so they would
Yeah.
have started.
It performs
outside.
better, yeah.
No, I mean, I
Yeah.
saw it, and like, my thought is like, I get it. They released it around the holidays because it would make the most money. It had been 8 years. It was just a meme with how much was being pushed back. But like, imagine if they didn't give a release date to like say they would drop it in December, then they delayed it back to like March. If they waited till March, the game probably still would have been buggy, but it's like Witcher 3 buggy, where it's like it's not broken and it works.
I feel like the main issue with Cyberpunk is just the fact that they had so few people working on it. Like, this game is huge, and they had like 500 people working on it.
I mean, that's why it took 8 years to come
Yeah.
out.
But
Yeah,
but
and-
did they start working on it since like 8 years ago?
Yeah,
I mean,
they've
they announced
been-
when they announced
they
it
had been
initially. That
working
means
on this
it's in
idea
development.
for 8 years.
Okay.
And so they have been working. And in the last since all these delays have come out, I have a feeling that nobody in that office has worked less than a 50-hour work week.
Yeah, I
Regardless
can't
of
even
COVID.
imagine like.
Well, they
Regardless
got to
of
they
I
got
mean,
to
but
go home for the holidays.
how big is
Team
500
Project Red,
people?
Yeah,
the team
they
doesn't
got
go home
they
for the
got a week.
holidays.
GTA 5 had 1,500 people.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm not
And
sure how big
it
is like
took
big.
6 years.
Right, yeah. I mean, it just is like the only scale I know is that the Overwatch dev team has like around like 150 people. But
Yeah.
then again, it's a very different type of game as well. Like
It
it's
is,
multiplayer
it
and yeah. But
Well, and it's very it's more confined.
it's a very tight knit. Like
Yeah.
compared to like where it's like a because with GTA, you can have people work on all different parts of the map, like or like storylines. Like there's animation, there's story,
Well,
there's
and you don't have to worry about it being balanced.
yeah, that's true.
You don't have to worry about map balancing or character
Because
balancing.
okay, that's what infuriates me about like FPS games when it comes to dev team. People are like, why does your Overwatch team only have like 100 people on it? And it's like, okay, well listen, like fucking, if you assign 2 people, right, to cut out sheets, if you assign 2 people to build a snowman, they're gonna do it pretty well. If you assign 3 people to do it, they're gonna do it better. But if you assign 200 people to build one snowman, like there's gonna be hundreds of people just waiting around. Like you can't just throwing more people won't make it more efficient. You know what I mean? Obviously, that's like kind of
I've never
that's
thought about it like that.
in
That's
the
really-
simplest of terms, that's how it works.
Government joke
But like,
to be made.
but that's just how like some things, not all things are like that, you know. But some things are like that. We're just hiring more people isn't gonna make it isn't gonna move things faster. You know.
That's a good way to think about it. I've never thought about it like that.
But
There
that's
you go.
because you one snowman. Oh, hey Bjorn.
Preston's
Bjorn?
dog. Yo, show us. If you're listening to this on Spotify, go watch the YouTube version of this so you can look at Preston's dog Bjorn. There. Oh my God, there's
Look
Bjorn.
at him,
There's-
Bjorn.
Bjorn,
can't-
look at the camera. No.
He's not gonna look at the camera, but that's Bjorn. He's the puppy we got in March, and he's gone.
Wow, podcast already worse than before.
Dude, I remember I saw Bjorn when he was like yay big, and then I
Yeah.
saw
Yay
him
big.
driving past, and he's like,
And he's no longer small.
no.
Yeah, Cyberpunk happened, and
it happened.
They also dropped a roadmap. They got some free DLC coming out later this year, which seems pretty cool actually.
Preston and I were talking. Preston and I were talking about that before the podcast started.
A lot of free shit, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Pay
Which
$60, get free shit, baby.
That does seem pretty cool.
I
Free DLC.
actually
I'm curious where the DLC is gonna fall though, because I'm gonna be honest, Cyberpunk is the first game where I beat the game, and like the way I beat it, I just had to stop playing the game for a little bit because it just made me sad. It just hit me right in the feels.
Like the emotional weight of the ending itself, or
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know, like what else? Like I mean, when it comes to single player DLC, could they just add like a
I don't know if it would be in the middle of the story.
yeah?
if
Like
it
I'm
would
just
be
curious.
after the story, but it can't really be after the story because they give you 6 months to live. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. Oh, spoilers.
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 Indeed.
You die at the end. Spoilers.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go on to fan questions now. That was pretty epic.
There comes.
Clear comms. Oh, dude, one of the questions was, dude, Preston's floating chair. We forgot to mention this in the Ghost tournament, dude. Preston's, because I don't know if anyone realized this, but like, yeah, like it was like after like the second game, when we were like halfway through the second game of the first day, I was like looking at Twitter. I tweeted out like, "Hey, we're live," and then underneath it, one of our Discord mods, she put a photo of Preston's chair. I'm like, what's this? I'm like, and she posted a picture of Preston's camera, and in the background there's just this chair. I'm like, yeah, wait, why is there just a chair in the background of Preston's camera? And then I look in the subs and members chat, and they're all like freaking out over this fucking chair. And it was just there.
Yeah, so basically I had that chair because I had just gotten a guitar and there wasn't really another good chair to play it in.
Preston just in the background, just flicking on the guitar.
That's basically what I was doing, just sitting on that chair. Because like this chair has armrests, so it's hard to play a guitar with armrests in the way. So I have to like either sit way up here like this to play.
That is why you get a gamer chair.
Okay, this image of
Yeah,
Nick
but
like
Nick-
fucking pulling the arm.
But Nick, here's the deal. This one was free, so we
Fair
don't
enough.
complain.
Gamer chair.
No, that's fine.
Found it on the
Oh,
side
yeah.
of the road.
Preston,
baby.
when we come back from break, Preston just chilling on the chair in the background. Just
Yeah. Then we got a little bit of the chuggernaut in the chair.
the chugger chair,
Chugging.
just sitting in the back. Chugger chair.
Yeah.
That was that was good.
That
No,
was
just-
funny.
That was funny. That was the funny one. Moss,
Okay,
you-
Moss.
I'm
Moss,
trying
you-
to grab something and fell.
Oh,
Oh.
it's his fidget spinner.
Oh, it's Fortnite.
Illusion Ninja, who is the 635 SR break player from this
Hey,
tournament,
Illusion Ninja, what's up?
asks best flavored lifesaver, and I don't care because all of them taste good.
Best
do people even
flavored
look at like
lifesaver?
flavors of
Well,
Gatorade? I get
What
that.
what if instead of best flavor,
It's green though.
hard candy
purple.
or the lifesaver gummies?
Gummies.
Like,
Lifesaver
gummies
gummies.
all day.
Yeah.
Are
Uh,
so much better.
It's not even fucking.
I think the gummy version of that saved the company because I just assumed people
Yeah.
just weren't buying lifesavers. Why don't we make a gummy version? And their
Okay.
sales, their
Because
stonks.
normal lifesavers aren't bad, but it's just like the gummies are so much better.
But can we talk about? I in my adult life have not seen big bags of the gummy Krabby Patty.
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
my
It
god,
makes
I
me
love
sad.
the Krabby Patties!
The only
it makes
place I
me
can
sad.
find
Where
those
are
are like
they?
Five Below.
Yeah,
Why
like,
though?
They're a rare commodity. They're a commodity. They only.
we need to go on a like
We're on a
$200
Ferb.
shop.
I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the bottom of where the fuck these things come from and find.
Where
What-
do they come from?
what
Maybe we
brand?
can buy in bulk.
What
You can
brand?
I
probably-
think the
probably
per,
buy
I
them
think
in
the
bulk.
power of being able to buy things in bulk is not attainable by man. I think that's a little.
Well,
No,
what
it's,
brand?
It's definitely attainable by man.
What's the brand that even makes those
We
Krabby
can look
Patties?
it up.
I'm gonna
No
go to
one
the.
knows.
I have
They're a
no
mystery.
clue.
They're a mystery. They're a fucking mystery.
No, because literally all it says in the package is Krabby Patties, and they're just the best.
Yeah, they're a mystery. Preston, look it up. Yeah, let's see. What company makes those fucking gummies, dude?
Because they're lit, and that's there's.
But to
nothing
answer your
else to
question,
do.
Illusion Ninja, I don't think we really care. I mean,
I think the blue ones.
flavors of lifesavers, like I don't like fucking. I get it for flavors of Gatorade, but like flavors of like lifesaver or gummy bears, like like the flavor doesn't matter. They're just
For gummy bears, it's red,
they taste good. Like there's no, I don't know.
and for Gatorade, it's also red.
All right,
that's-
Preston,
That's
have you found it?
they're made by Nickelodeon.
Really? If actually Nickelodeon makes those Krabby Patties?
There's gotta be some like small
gotta be something
handy
different.
Unless-
manufacturer who they just dump it off to, but
Yeah,
they just don't have it
they-
publicly
Must be.
because they want all the profit for themselves.
Either way, good job, Nickelodeon. Those are fucking good.
They're
I love
fire.
Preston's just confused. He's like, dude,
I want them to
this
make
is-
a new batch where they actually taste like a hamburger.
No.
Oh,
That would be bad. Why? Do you hate yourself? Why would you want to eat that thing?
Yes,
Yeah,
Cary,
and I hope the Bills make it to the Super Bowl and lose by a field goal.
Actually, this reminds me. Would you guys want to
I'd take it if the Packers made a field goal in the final seconds too.
Do you guys want to
It
see?
really is fun, but it would be pretty good.
This reminds me. I don't know why this just reminded me of this, but do you guys want to see my really cool new massive mouse pad? It's really
No.
cool.
How big is it? What is it like a desk
Uh,
pad?
Yes, 36 by 16.
What's the brand?
Oh, you call that big?
It's custom actually, so it's not specifically brand. I got it off of a custom mousepad website.
Oh. Can you
What's
show
on
it?
it?
Can you
What's
show
on
it
it?
on the
What the fuck, dude?
balls?
That's a welcome mat.
It's
That's-
Pokeballs.
That's
They're
not a,
Pokeballs.
that's not a mouse pad anymore.
That's
He-
pretty
He
sick.
got a mouse
It's
pad with
fucking
the balls
sick.
on
It's
it.
That
Listen,
design is
Anyone
pretty cool.
listening to this on Spotify,
It's
you're gonna have to watch the
fucking awesome.
YouTube version because when Preston said balls, dude,
Preston,
He
I
has
love
a
that's your
big-ass
first-
mouse pad with balls on it.
that's
What?
just that's a fucking welcome mat. You put out that's such a large mouse pad. That's ridiculous.
Because-
my mouse pad, my mouse pad I don't think is that big, but I have one that's pretty big.
Oh, that's funny. Big ass welcome mat with balls on it.
And it's on your desk.
Turtle Pants. Hey, Turtle Pants asks,
What's up, man?
what are you looking forward to for Overwatch 2 or the Caves and Cliffs update in Minecraft? Those are some
I'm looking for
those are both
Overwatch
sick.
2 to fucking come out
Me-
sometime this century.
Same.
We're getting news in a month. In a month, we'll get more news about Overwatch 2 and when it's coming out. But it's been kind of concerning though because the fourth season of Overwatch League is coming out is starting this April, and it's like, well, shit. It's not. I don't think Overwatch 2 is coming out anytime soon.
Could come out in March. That would be. Pretty cool.
I kind of feel bad saying this, but I'm kind of looking forward to Caves and Cliffs more than Overwatch 2.
Well, it's because
listen,
Nick. Ever since Smash came out in December 2018, you haven't played like anything since, and you stopped playing Overwatch. Well,
I've literally been playing nothing but Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Okay, well, you stopped playing Overwatch,
Again,
and
Nick, we've established this
Cary,
before. Nick
you
is the kind of
idiot.
person who cares more about the game he's playing than playing with other people.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But I can also still play. I can still play for.
Dude,
play
Caves and
Minecraft.
Cliffs also looks amazing, dude.
Oh my god, I
They
love.
put goats.
We can
They put
hop on
goats.
Literally goats.
2 days, and then we can build a stupid ass build, and then quit playing.
And then
Minecraft.
leave. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Well, I was gonna say I'm looking looking forward to the most. Just in general, the new cave generation.
Dude, it'll be
I
sick
think
to see the hermit crab people do that shit, or like just any Minecraft YouTuber play around
Oh,
with
yeah.
the Caves and Cliffs update. Like that would just be fun to watch.
Minecraft YouTubers.
Because Marc and Moss don't really play Minecraft on their own.
We could be Minecraft YouTubers.
We could be
That's fair.
heroes.
We were for a very short period of time, I would say.
We could be the Sniff SMP.
The Sniff and Pee.
Sniffing.
Ow. Next question.
Dude, fucking, this is funny as shit. Dude, fucking Illusion Ninja asks again, does being a YouTuber influence your social status at university?
Yes.
Yeah, Preston?
Yep. I got.
I think.
University.
No.
I
The answer is no.
My first day of classes on campus, I was walking around and some dude came up to me and he was like, "Oh hey, you're Moss from SI Not Found, right? Super cool to meet you, bro." And he walked away. And then the next time I mentioned that I had a YouTube channel, I got looked at like I was crazy.
I went up to a few people on our Overwatch team at St. Rose, and they were like, "You sound familiar." They didn't recognize me because they don't see anything.
Oh my
they don't watch
god.
any of me. But like they said like you sound really familiar.
Overwatch anymore.
Yeah, Nick doesn't play Overwatch anymore.
Sag.
Because Smash came out.
No. What?
Yes! Would...
That's not the only reason I don't play Overwatch.
But Nick, listen. You played Overwatch with us until December 2018, and then for 3 months after that, you played nothing but Smash. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that's what happened. And you never came back to Overwatch.
If we keep talking about this, Nick's gonna want a bracket reset on this fucking podcast, dude.
Specifically during that time.
She was in the winner's bracket.
Specifically during that time,
God.
yes, I guess I was doing nothing but playing Smash, and I do understand that. But like, I haven't stopped playing Overwatch for the past year and a half since that specific time frame, just because of Smash. I play tons of other games right now. Like I think I'm in the middle of playing like 6 different single player games. Also, still play COD and Fighters and like a bunch of other games, and I just don't play Overwatch as much.
That sounds boring.
What do you mean?
Did I stutter?
Did I stutter?
Well, and honestly, I stopped playing Smash almost at all ever since quarantine started because playing Smash Online fucking blows. Oh my god, Nintendo, I hate you. Oh my god, I hate Nintendo, but I can't.
E-Master asks, "What's the weirdest habit you all have?"
Weirdest habit?
I have a fucking terrible
Habits.
one. It's so annoying.
What is it,
So-
Nicholas?
I have a really, really dumb habit that I've had ever since I was a kid for no reason, where if I say something to somebody and I'm like unsure of what I said or like am worried that I said it wrong, I'll like mumble it back to myself and I'll just be like, "Oh, hey, Cary, how's it going?" Yeah, I do that
That is
to
a
myself.
weird habit.
I don't know why I do that. I don't know why I got into that habit. I can't break it. I don't know what it is, and my family points it out to me all the time. I'm like, oh shit, I did do that. And my friends point it out to me all the time. I'm like, oh shit, I did that. It doesn't affect anybody, but it's just kind of there.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I don't know of any weird habits.
I have a habit where whenever I wash my hands, before, like, when I finish washing my hands, I walk over to like either the dryer or a towel. Before I do that, I only do this when I'm home, like in my home bathroom. But I'll just flick my hands. I'll flick the water directly at the shower curtain, and then I'll dry up my towel. That's it. Yeah, you guys asked for weird habits. That's one. I've been doing this since I was like 12 years old, and yeah, that's what I said.
When I'm playing video games, I sit
You
on one of
lose.
my legs. Like I
Oh,
fold
that's-
my left leg
oh,
up.
come
like,
on,
it's like
Moss.
half crisscross.
Come
I sit
on.
on my left leg.
Dude, at least you're not doing this position, right? I've seen some people do this, like they play like this, where both their legs are up like this.
No, I
and they're
can't
playing
do
like
that.
this. That's
But like I just
like
I sit on one of my legs.
So
'cause
I guess
it's
I
more
have two
comfortable to
questions
me.
for people who sit like that. Number one, how big is your chair? Number two, how small is your ass?
well, yeah. Also, like if you're shorter, it's easier if you're
For
shorter.
someone
Preston.
with an
yeah.
absolute
Preston
dumpy,
can't-
that is not possible.
Preston can't pack that wagon in that chair.
Like, how is this comfortable? I
Yeah,
got way too damn much leg for that.
Yeah, it's easier if you're shorter, or yeah.
If you're a tiny human being.
Precisely.
But yeah, come on.
you're not a
How is that? I feel like that's like you fucking sit on one leg. That's like.
How is this comfortable? Like I can't fit in most chairs doing this.
Well, yeah, okay, I don't do that either. Just I've seen some
But
people
it's
do
it's
it.
also like then your knees are in your way. Like what do you play like this? Like are you?
You have a
I don't
controller.
understand
Yeah,
that.
that's weird.
No, you play like you play like this.
That's
I just
super
don't
fucking
get how that's
uncomfortable as
comfortable.
well. Oh,
Well,
that's super uncomfortable.
yeah, you're telling me it was uncomfortable to just sit like that, much less play like that. I'm not playing. No, I am not.
Okay, we'll do one more
I don't.
question.
I don't really have any weird habits.
Preston's
aside from
normal.
The fact that I wake
Yeah,
up in the
Preston's
morning and
just the
drink
normal
32 ounces of water.
Preston's the pristine example for human beings.
True.
That's it.
We'll do one more question. Bree asks, what type of game would you like to see blow up in the future?
Drop it.
An actual Pokemon fighting game, please.
What do you mean
Pokemon
fighting? Like a
game.
fucking like a Smash?
Traditional-
You mean blow up, be popular, or like a good one is made?
I mean,
Both.
what type of game? I guess both. Yeah. Do you
Like
have one
an
like that
actual-
exists right now?
Multiplayer
And-
Lego games.
An actual 2D Pokemon
Dude,
fighting game. Pokken
that's-
does not count.
That's the move. Fucking Preston's in the background. What
Preston's
is-
playing with Bjorn.
He's playing with Bjorn. he has abandoned us.
Preston doesn't care.
Oh, he won.
He got the teddy bear.
But yeah,
let's do some play-by-play.
a fighting game seems pretty. A Pokemon fighting game would seem pretty cool. The only issue I don't get. Sorry, go on.
You know what I want? A like semi-open world racing Speed Racer video game. Because they made Speed Racer the video game, and it's a trash racer on like Wii and like PlayStation 2. I want a real fucking like semi-open world RPG racing forward speed racer game that kicks serious ass. That's what I want.
Preston, we're talking about what type of game would you want to see blow up in the future? And that's a good point. Like honestly, like the main reason I don't get into fighting games is because the characters in fighting games I don't associate myself with. I never grew up playing Pokemon, or I never grew up like playing a lot of Nintendo games. So Smash to me was like meh, you know. But now that Steve's in Smash, legitimately, I might play a bit more of it. 'Cause it's just fun seeing
who's in Smash?
Steve.
Stop, Steve.
It's just fun seeing like a character that I know in that game. That's what,
I just hate the movement in fighting games. It feels so unnatural.
I don't know which. I honestly love the movie.
Nick, you have played fighting games your entire life. I am sure it is very natural for you. I'm saying for me, I have not played it. It's very unnatural.
I
Yeah, I
got
get
into
that.
fighting games like when I started playing Smash towards like my middle of my high school career. I actually never played a fighting game before that. Like I played like Smash growing up, but like I was never good at it and I never really paid that close of attention.
But
Pokemon
But
would be kinda cool, yeah.
now I play
But
fighting games.
Preston,
I don't know.
Moss brought up a good idea. He wants to see a competitive online Lego Lego game, what would you say, like a Lego?
It said as a joke, competitive online multiplayer Lego game.
Dude, that's not. Dude, Preston, imagine Star Wars Battlefront, but it's all just Lego Star Wars.
Why isn't that a thing?
Dude,
Lego Star Wars Battlefront.
No, why
would be
isn't
lit.
competitive
Oh my
Lego
God.
building a thing?
Not Lego building, but like just the
Because
I
competitive,
feel like-
because
I feel like competitive
when you build a Lego,
could be a thing.
the enjoyment doesn't come out of how fast you can do it. It's just the act of building it. The Lego itself is fun, you know.
For
Like,
you.
Oh,
Okay,
yes,
well.
but you can say
Preston's like, my time is valuable. Or
Yeah.
I guess you could say the same,
14.25 an hour.
Carrie.
What do
I
you
guess you could
mean?
say the same thing about speedrunning. Like games aren't meant to be speedrun, but still people love them and people speedrun the games. So
But that's like an art. That's like a different whole
Yeah,
different kind of
but there's
thing.
glitches with building a Lego set. There's only like a certain number of tricks and tips you can do to build a Lego. Like,
yes, but guess what? It'd be so awesome.
and also,
if
it's
people
more
are
fun
just
to
like-
watch someone play a video game than to watch someone build a Lego set.
Preston, if you could have a game that you wanted blow up, what would you say? Because Nick said 2D Pokemon fighting game. I said
Don't say
open world
Pokemon.
RPG speed racer racing game. What do you want?
If you don't if you need more time, I have one I can.
No,
Okay.
I think it would be because I think Lucas Games was working on this, but kind of like the Mandalorian,
Yeah, that'd be sick.
where it's a open galaxy RPG. With
So like the Outer
hopefully
Worlds, but in
multiplayer
Star Wars.
elements. No, because it would be like you're in the bounty hunter guild, and then there's a main story, but most of the enjoyment and the upgrades is gonna come from the side quests. The main story is kind of like to the side,
like Skyrim, but in space.
and you can like Skyrim, but in
the
space,
atmosphere is more important.
and you can play with your friends.
Oh
like
yeah, that
very
would be
much
sick.
a multiplayer RPG
Mm-hmm.
would be nice.
Yeah, because like the atmosphere in Skyrim is like fucking so much better than the actual story itself. So yeah. The one game that I would really like to see blow up, and this is a very specific game that's already been made, is PlanetSide 2. Now the game came out I think 2012, so it is kind of like old and maybe not as optimized. So maybe if they came out with PlanetSide 3, an updated version. But basically, I think Moss and I played it like a couple like back in like 2016, 17.
Yeah, we played it a couple times.
But it's basically just like very large scale battles. Have you played it, Preston?
Mm-hmm.
I just find it really. I just find like it really. It's like all those Call of Duty missions where like it's a big battle, but only you could like control it. You know, like you could just sit AFK undercover and people will be shooting and nothing happens. You know, except all those people are real players as well. And so just this big ass battle. There's tanks. There's flying. There's aircraft. There's just so much shit going on. And it's legitimately like 100. There's like 300 people in a server. There's 3 different factions, and they're all like. It's a big map, and they're all vying for control. And there's different battles happening simultaneously across like this world, and you can just travel to each battle, fight in a bit. It's so much fun being like a little cog in a machine in a battle, and it's fun.
I don't know if you ever played Elder Scrolls Online, Cary. They're online.
No, that's more like.
It's a similar idea. Like there's a massive. It's like their alliance / war mode where you're part of the 3 different alliances. It's like Elder Scrolls lore, but like there's the 3 different factions, and you're part of those factions, and you join this alliance war. And pretty much what happens is there's like 500 people on the server at the same time, and then there's like specific like areas that your faction has to guard in order to like gain access to the Elder Scroll, and like each of the teams are like fighting over control of it, and like you like are like it's an active time. Like every single person who was part of the battles is an actual player that you can kill. It's really cool.
My only issue with that is more that like that's not a first person shooter, which like because Elder Scrolls Online is more of a it's more of like
it's more of an MMO.
Yeah, very MMO-y, and also like I played Elder Scrolls Online, and I get that this was 2 years ago, but it took so long to get out of the tutorial. Like the starter island you spawned on, it took me like I have like 10 hours in that game. I still haven't gotten off that fucking starter island. And it's annoying. I just want to go. I want to go to Windhelm. I want to go all these places, but no, I got to do all these fucking quests on this starter island, and it's so annoying. Sorry, Moss, you were raising your hand for
I want a Hearthstone first-person shooter.
You just shoot. You're a card. And you have to
Tactical
shoot the.
Hearthstone first-person shooter.
Yeah, your hurt box is a card.
Tell me,
Yeah.
tell me that would be a bad idea.
That's a good
That
place
would
to
be
end.
a bad idea.
Dude,
That's
why
a
don't they
good
just
place
make?
to end
Why don't they just make Valorant? But it's just more. They just like there's CS:GO and there's Overwatch, right? Opposite side of the spectrum, where CS:GO is very tactical, aiming matters. Overwatch, aiming doesn't matter. You could have three hacking You could have three people aim hacking on the other team, and you could still draw the game. Okay, so and
Dude,
Valorant's kind of in the
Arma
middle.
3, I want like a game like Arma 3, like super tactical, realistic military combat shooter game, but in the
Milsim.
universe of Clifford the Big Red Dog.
A fucking military sim in the world of Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Yeah,
Why, Moss?
that's what I want.
Just fucking instead of taking down like insurgents or terrorists, you're just taking on this big red dog that's just terrorizing.
Can we move on before he says some more dumb shit? Cause
Dude, Clifford the Big Red Dog is a real life fucking like Destiny boss. Like it's just a big ass fucking dog that you gotta pump bullets into.
You say real
wouldn't
life.
He wouldn't be a Destiny boss because it would take like one bullet.
That's it's
Doesn't
like
matter.
let's say it's got the
does
same
not
strength
matter
levels.
how thick his eyes are.
Let's think
Dude,
let's think about Clifford as like Godzilla here. All right.
His atomic breath just. Dude,
That makes that.
Yeah,
still makes
but
sense.
Godzilla was created by radioactivity, and Clifford got
was
that
as
big
well.
from
No,
love.
no, he was also created by radioactive activity.
Dude,
Emily
you cannot
just
tell me that
loved
dog
him
was just loved
so-
so much that he grew
That's
to be the
that
size
is
of,
the
like, a 3-story
official
building.
lore of Clifford the Big Red Dog. Okay, is he got
Is
so
that
much
canon?
love?
Is that
That is
Yeah, it
canon.
is.
Like,
No,
go to
I-
the
that
is
Clifford the
canon
Big Red
in the
Dog
lore.
wiki. Will it
That's
tell me
super
how
Yeah,
that is? How
no,
that
that's-
is true?
Yes, that is 100% canon.
I call BS.
That's how. Nope. That's
Well, you
actually
can call
very
BS
true.
and you're gonna be wrong because you're a dumb
Shout out-
bitch. Now shut up.
Shout out to Destiny. The only reason Destiny is good because it introduces some astronomy to some fucking idiot gamers, dude. Like fucking the only
I
reason.
thought you were about to say estrogen, and I'm like,
The
how
only reason-
hell
the only
does
reason-
Like
Destiny-
the impossible.
The only reason fucking Marco knows about Europa, the only fucking reason he knows Europa is because it's a fucking place on Destiny. And so I try to do this serious discussion about it's super interesting about how the ice moon of Europa, the moon that orbits Jupiter. And Mark's like, oh yeah, I heard about that, a fucking Destiny game. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm done.
Okay, no, Destiny is a good game, but anyways, we don't have to talk about that.
I'm in an astronomy. I started semester this year, and I started class this year. I'm in an astronomy class. As a kid, I loved astronomy, and like I'm really excited to actually take a college class that I'm somewhat interested in. And there are some stupid people, and I get it. Okay, if you don't know some astronomy terms, I get that. But there are people who don't know what Jupiter looks like, and there are people who don't know scientific notation in this physics 200 class.
You do go to like a liberal arts school, don't you?
These are people.
I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure to get into Iowa State,
No,
you
no,
have to know scientific notation.
But these are people. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Preston,
They don't let smooth brains into Iowa
No,
State.
but, like,
Only
all these
the
people-
No,
but-
they definitely
But
do.
Preston, like,
but
I'm the only
not
film
that
major in
smooth.
that class. Everyone else is like either like in business. Like everyone. This isn't like a.
Oh, they're businessmen. Okay. Yeah.
Regardless,
Yeah,
these are some and I'm just
No,
quietly sitting
literally-
here, just losing hair. I'm just molding. That people are like, they show a picture of Jupiter, and the professor's like, "What is this, Steven?" And
business.
Steven's like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that is." And I'm like, and there are people who
Yeah,
don't know the
he's a
order of the
business
planets,
major, like.
and I'm just sitting here
all he
like,
knows how to
Jesus
do is
Christ,
Drinking golf.
we're
That's all they
fucked.
teach them.
This country is fucked.
Literally,
We're
half
stupid.
of the business classes are just on a golf course. They're
we're-
just teaching them how to swing.
We're
The other
fucking
half, they
stupid.
just take them to the bar and they teach them how to drink. That's how you get a business. You write papers about those two things. Boom,
It's
business degree.
infuriating. And I
Like,
get that
come
obviously
on.
like it's different because like I was really into astronomy as a kid, but they're like I won't give a pass to someone who doesn't know what Saturn looks like. I can't give a pass to that type of person.
It's the big one without the rings. No, Saturn has rings. Fuck.
Well, that's the end of Perhaps we chat. Thanks for listening. If you're on Spotify, thanks for watching on YouTube.
Bye.
No, not this
Bye.
shit. Stop.
This one-
Nope.
Bye,
I'm
guys.
all right. I've deafened them all, so now I look like a bunch of weirdos.
Effin.
Bye.
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 That was an interesting episode.
We haven't ended. We haven't ended, Nick.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop. You know, here.
Bye.
Do we have any more questions, or was that actually like?
Wait. So next week, Mark. So Mark's moving in next week, right?
So I move in tomorrow.
I asked
Mark
about Mark.
moves in- Mark moves in a week from tomorrow.
No one
You
gives a
move in
fuck
tomorrow.
about you, Mouse.
And then Nick, when do
And
you
Nick.
move in, huh?
31st.
Nick, you and your
Holy
bracket
fuck,
resets
dude.
can suck a dick, okay?
Dude, my class already started. When do your semesters end? It has to be later than mine. There's no.
Well, like
When
I said, my
when's your
classes are
last?
starting on.
When is your finals weekend, Cary?
My semester ends like May 3rd.
That's early. Mine
Thank
ends,
God.
like,
Thank God. It pays
second or
off.
third-
It pays
I
off to
think
start early. Jesus
My
Christ,
finals
dude.
week ends like second or third week.
You know
in
what?
May.
I don't
No,
mind that actually.
Cary,
I like starting
Cary.
earlier so I can end later. I
Harry, like I said, my classes are
End earlier.
starting on Tuesday, but I'm just going to school later, so the semester's still ending at the same
right.
time.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
was supposed to be already.
But I
going
like
back.
that. I like starting
Cary,
earlier.
do you have spring break?
Yeah. What do you mean? Yes.
We're
Well,
not,
it's 'cause,
we're
like,
not
I
having
don't
spring
have a
break.
spring
I'm pretty
break.
sure it's not allowed to.
I don't
I
have
don't
spring
have
break.
a spring break.
I don't have
You're not
spring
in
break.
college, Preston.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the reason they're taking away anything who was in person, they're like taking away spring breaks or rescheduling them because they
Fuck
don't
you,
want people to
Marco.
leave
Fuck
campus.
you.
I'm-
Hit him! Hit him!
Fuck
hit
you.
him!
Hit him.
Or call him a
I'll give you
bitch.
$10. Yeah.
All right, Cary, cash out me Mas Giacona, okay?
Yo,
Whoa.
give me your address so we can say it on
Gotta check
podcast.
that. Yeah. Can you just like quick leak your email address?
Oh yeah, it's Fortnite123@gmail.com.
Fucking got it.
It's Ninja
idiot.
Blevins. It's Tyler
It's
Ninja
Fortnite
Blevins.
Ninja Blevins at epicgamervictoryroyale.net.
Dude, what's Ninja's email? It's probably some gamer shit. It's probably like gamer@fortnite.com.
It's blue-haired Fortnite gamer at
Honestly,
Fortnite.com.
it's probably tblevins@gmail.com.
He probably paid off like Google to get the domain of ninja@gmail.com, you know? Like
Maybe.
there's probably someone who took that username, you know, that email address, but he probably
Yeah.
paid that guy off like, "Hey, listen, I'll slip you a couple $1 million." Dude, okay.
Imagine being
I'll
the guy that
directly
has
wire you
ninja@gmail.com.
$2.3 million
No,
so I can own the Google account that is ninja@gmail.com.
You guys see that video of Ninja complaining about how he had to pay $25 million in taxes? He's like, dude.
25 million.
Imagine, dude. I wish I was paying $25 million
Holy
in
shit.
taxes. Could you imagine how much money you make if you have to pay $25 million in taxes?
That's insane. You know what's more insane? Is making $1 million in like dividend payments. I
What
would
are
much
dividend
rather have that.
payments?
So
You don't know what
like
dividends are?
when you buy
I
a
don't know what they
stock,
are.
every like quarter when they announce earnings, you earn a certain amount and it pays out that dividend. So it's like complex math, but
Are we
basically
still
like
going on Bruhaps?
Yeah.
Oh.
if you hold on to a stock, they'll pay you like a small amount of what
The stock's worth, I think.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah,
what
I
the
don't know
stock's
anything
worth.
about
That's pretty
stock
interesting,
market or
actually.
trading.
And so if you hold on to enough stocks, if you have enough money,
Right.
you can eventually make $1 million every
Yo,
quarter just from
speaking
like
of this,
$1 at a time.
this actually reminds me of a wicked story I saw this week. So there's this guy who over 10 years ago, he made a video about cryptocurrency, and he was given 7,002 Bitcoin, which at the time, Bitcoin were like a couple bucks a piece. They weren't worth anything.
Hmm.
So he put them in like a digital wallet, like with the password protected and encrypted on a hard drive. And now he's coming back because he's got over $240 million worth of Bitcoin stored on that hard drive, and he has 2 more password attempts to correctly unlock this thing before it literally the wallet encrypts itself
Oh
and
my
he
God.
cannot access it ever again.
Hmm.
There's
You
no
wanna know
way.
why though? He wrote the password down on a piece of paper that he lost.
Fucking idiot.
That sucks to be that guy.
I've heard about that. That there's a lot of people who cannot get their bitcoins because of the fact that they don't have their passwords anymore.
That's why you just use the same password for everything for all of
no,
time.
no. The exact same. No variations in capitalization. No variations in
none. Exactly.
Dude, Preston's
your
a very
bank
forward
account,
thinker. He's like,
your wallet, your Instagram, your Snapchat. If it's not the same, you're gonna forget it. You're gonna fuck it up.
And that's dude, password managers.
That's why I use LastPass. Thank you to the sponsor of this.
Hey, I actually use LastPass though.
We aren't sponsored.
I actually use LastPass. Because I used to be that guy. I used to use Google Chrome's default version of just saving the password to every like website that I would sign in, or like, hey, you want to save this password?
Just remember your password because it's the same password for everything.
No, but my passwords are slight variations of each other, and so like at one point like I was just so fucking done, and so I just went through all my passwords. I deleted the ones that didn't need to. They're fucking weird ass like accounts I made 2 years ago just to buy one thing. I deleted that account, deleted that password, just cleaned through all my passwords. Use LastPass, and then now it's just like it's LastPass is so useful just because it also works on my phone, so I can like
sell your passwords
so I can
to the highest bidder.
Okay, well listen here.
Or they get hacked. And
there are
then
people
they have multiple passwords rather than just the one.
Well, listen, like if you use the same password for everything, then like that's I feel like there's no like you can just have.
They have to guess my username.
Shut the fuck up! Like just enter in your email, Preston.
No.
They have to get that first.
Yeah, exactly.
Gary, you're skipping a lot of steps here.
Listen, just because they know my password to everything doesn't mean they can get into everything.
And knowledge to be able to do something like that.
Exactly.
Then they gotta have the willpower and determination to use my account, right?
Preston, like hackers aren't very smart
this,
people.
Like, you know what, dog? No, I'm gonna go hit the roller skating rink today. Fuck this. I'll go hack somebody else tomorrow.
I'm not gonna talk shit about hackers, man.
Preston, you heard it here first.
Hackers are very intelligent people.
You heard it here first. Preston uses the same exact password for everything.
Not everything.
Oh, okay. Just one.
That's safe enough. 9 out of 10 times, it's the same thing.
I have two different passwords that I use.
Oh,
because
they're
no.
You guys are just exposing yourself.
There are some things that require more.
I was joking.
Well, no, because there are some things that require more specifics. Like they always require a capital number, symbol, and like numbers and stuff like that. And then there's some that just don't care. You can just make it whatever you want. And so, like, I have two passwords. One for when I don't really feel like making an actually good password, and it's something that's not that important. And then there's, like, my actual password.
See, what I do is probably the big no. I just sign in with Google for everything. So, if my Google account ever gets hacked, then
you're fucked.
Then you're fucked.
Then you're fucked, kid.
God, why am I so tired?
That's why. If you just don't have access to the internet,
if you don't use it,
if you cut yourself off from society completely,
I didn't say society. I never said society or contact from the outside world because that has been proven wrong so many times by natives. Okay, just because you don't want to interact with them doesn't mean they don't want to interact with you.
We should end this soon.
Probably.
I like how like
especially since we're talking about natives and dividends and
you brought it to this.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, when Preston and I are on the podcast, you guys learn the viewer learns a brand new thing they never knew before. Okay, that's just how it is. Preston,
I learned something new today. I learned that Nick uses the same two passwords for everything. And now my goal this semester is gonna be
wait, yo. No. If you lose with the first password, you get a bracket reset.
Wow, dude, that's genius.
Nick, now it all makes sense. You get the first one, but then you gotta get me twice. It's like when you set a password and then you have to do like your phone verification.
I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad right now.
That was fun.
Oh my god.
Dude,
I can't even be mad right now.
we gotta reach out to
that was
last.
good.
Dude, now we gotta reach out to like LastPass and get the sponsors. Be like, don't be like Nick. Don't get a bracket reset when someone's trying to hack your password. Use LastPass and get 20% off.
Oh man.
Nick loses the first fight, gets a bracket reset, quickly changes his passwords.
I'm doing that sponsorship. I'm doing that sponsorship intro for every
Yeah,
single
dude.
one, by the way.
Nick's
Okay,
do that
well.
read. Nick's doing that read.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Or
Bye.
on YouTube.
Bye.
Stop, guys. Okay. Well,
Bye.
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 thanks for watching, guys. I
Bye.
appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay,
Bye.
just gonna let this keep going.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go just a little longer. Just a little
Bye.
longer.
Bye.
Are we actually still going right now?
Yeah, we're still going.
I was about to
Bye.
DC from the call.
It's a little longer.
Goodbye.
Bye.